Okay, so we're here at the big house, and we're there's a sound rehearsal going on here, some setting up going on, so there might be some other noises, but don't worry about those. Here at the big house, there's salsa in the other room, it's a crazy weekend. But I've got Andydan here. Now, Andy, you might have seen, I did a review of one of his tracks.
Townsend track, yeah.
The Townsend track, just one track so far, but he's now brought out this album, amazing, on vinyl.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, really stunning. And this is actually, I won't get it out because it's clear vinyl. This one's amazing. So we're going to have a chat about this and about his music. So I think what you've got is quite different. I mean, how would you describe your sound?
Well, Ian Emerson describes it as space music. So it's typical of Ian, I suppose, really. But it's basically, there's a lot of different styles on the record. There's a straight ahead, just normal acoustic picking style. There's the Townsend track is very reminiscent of the start of the Who older songs, where you have that sort of arpeggio synthesizer starting the song off. So that's very reminiscent of that. Hence, that's why it's called Townsend. There's a sort of chill out Ibiza track on it towards the end. A lot of synth-based stuff.
It's very different from the normal ukulele stuff.
Very different from the normal ukulele stuff.
Yeah.
There is a lot of strumming on it, but you won't necessarily think that it's a ukulele from listening to the record at all.
Absolutely.
It's virtually all ukulele.
Oh, okay.
But you wouldn't necessarily.
Because I was suspicious there was a couple of tracks that weren't, but they probably are.
They're virtually all, apart from drums, vocals, and the odd sort of shaker going on somewhere.
Yeah.
It's virtually all the synth uke.
So you sort of covered the genres, but what genres? I think pop is clearly one.
It is pop. I mean, one of the things that I like about writing is I like commercialism of music. Yes, it does get sort of repetitive on top 40 radio or whatever, but from my age group, which is the 80s, my music is the 80s, there were some fabulous artists, and they sort of pushed the boundaries with not just synth sounds, but even things that I thought at the time were a bit sort of, as you get a bit older, you learn to appreciate music more. Well, things like the Duran Duran sound and things like that, you know. At the time, it was a bit sort of.
It's quite a big sound, isn't it?
It is a big sound.
It's good.
And I'm trying to sort of emulate that type of music then. So it is pop. It isn't what normally people would associate with the ukulele.
Yeah.
It'll certainly turn a few heads when they listen to the album or see me play. Yeah. So we'll see how it goes.
So, some people will appreciate this off the bat, but why vinyl?
Vinyl, being an 80s boy again, vinyl was king. But the thing is with vinyl, it seems to me that if you're an artist, everybody puts a CD out because it's obviously easy to put a CD out. With vinyl, there's a lot more involvement with it. And the impact with vinyl as well, like you taking it out, and most people who've seen the vinyl are sort of like, oh, that's lovely. So it's just having that all factor with the vinyl, really. And there's not many new artists that are doing vinyl, so I thought, well, why not?
No, I've not seen it.
And it's difficult to get an album done at home.
Yeah.
You can't make an album at home, Simon, can you?
No.
You can possibly make a CD at home.
Difficult enough for me making a CD.
Like that. But it's the vinyl is really what I'm trying to do.
Right. And there's quite a big dependence on technology, I think, in what you're doing.
Yeah.
How on earth are you going to do a one-man? I think you're doing an open mic later, aren't you?
Yeah.
So how on earth are you going to do a one-man gig? Because there's a lot of sequencer stuff.
There is a lot of sequence stuff, but with the uke that I've got, if you want to have a cart, it's basically got. This is just a normal, ukulele tuned up. It's obviously got
Does it
a
look
poly.
like
A poly well,
it doesn't look that normal.
It's solid body and everything. It's got a polyphonic pickup there with knobs that you would normally use on an electric guitar or electric uke or anything. But this thing here is basically a hexaphonic pickup, which means that each pole is individual to each string.
Right.
So that goes into this gubbin here, which leads into the foot pedals. So basically then you can lay up to 3 different sounds on top of one another.
Okay.
You can have 3 different banks of sounds, so in theory that's 9 sounds you could have.
But that's like a loop pedal, is it? Or
It's not like a loop pedal because you can get the different sounds from it. So basically you can make guitar sounds out of it, or you can layer a piano and a bass guitar sound with it, or you could have a piano, bass guitar, electric guitar, all on the same sound. Now I've been sort of playing about with things as well because there's a vast editing suite on it. So you can have effects on it, delay, rotary speaker type things as well.
Oh, wow.
So you're really starting to get into the Ian Emerson space music if you want to. At the start, the majority of stuff is basically just instrumentation.
Yeah.
That links into a loop pedal. So on certain songs, there's just a drum beat,
Yeah.
and I can play with that. On other tracks, it's a multitude of bits and pieces that you layer up. So yeah, it'll be a very different sound. It'll be interesting to gauge the reaction.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I've not actually seen this yet. I've listened to your stuff.
Yeah.
But I want to see it live.
The track I'm going to play tonight is slightly different, but not as much as probably you'd be able to notice.
Yeah. Maybe I'll insert a bit of a video in.
Yeah, that's good.
I'll record a bit and insert a bit in. So this is your main ukulele, I guess.
This is the main ukulele.
And what is this based on? Is this custom built or?
This is custom built by Marshall Stapleton down in Lyme Regis.
Okay.
I looked for a couple of steel string ukuleles to start off with. When I put the hexaphonic pickup in, the intonation ran out. So it was all over the shop basically. So I asked Marshall, I took the hexaphonic pickup down to him and basically said, can you make me a ukulele with the hexaphonic pickup so everything's fine and you can just plug in and play all those 80s synth sounds.
Wow, cool.
So it's very nice. It's
very different.
Paduk I think it is, maple, and then there's a bit of koa in the centre. So I have got a koa uke, I suppose, in some way, shape or form.
Wow.
But yes, steel strung. You know, it's much like a strung like an electric guitar, I suppose.
Yeah. Okay, so you're pretty new on the ukulele scene.
Very new.
Most people, I didn't know of you until maybe 4 or 5 months ago.
Yeah.
What are your aspirations for your future? I think you've just been confirmed at Gnuff, haven't you?
I have been confirmed at Gnuff, yes, which I'm very, very pleased about. Aspirations for the future, just to try and push the envelope really of what I can do as a writer. And initially just to see what the reaction I'm going to get from it, really. Because it is extremely different from most people who play the ukulele. I'm not as technically efficient as a lot of ukulele artists, so it was just a slightly different way of getting into the ukulele world, really, by the sounds more than anything else, really.
Or the rhythm and sound.
Yes.
That's a track off the album. So I've got to ask you, have you got any songs about cats?
No. But I am trying to write one.
Okay. Is that because of Cool Cat You?
It is a good, yes, trying to touch all bases really, you know. But yeah, never had a cat. My son and daughter want a dog, but we try and steer away from that basically.
Okay. So no cats then?
No cats, unfortunately not, no.
But we'll have a song about cats in there.
We will have a song about cats in future, yes.
Good. Well, thanks, Andy, and have a good weekend. I think it's going to be fun. We're still going.
It'll be interesting.
And we've got the open mic competition later as well.
Yeah, I'm starting to get a bit nervous now about that. So.
Well, I'll see you there in a few minutes.
Okay, thanks very much.
Good luck then.
Cheers. Thank you.